Namaskar and welcome to Kunle Consult once again. There is a lot of talk about something called Gand Mula Nakshatra. Many astrologers, they say that a person born under Gand Mula Nakshatra faces a lot of struggle in life. The family during his childhood goes through a lot of problems. And in fact, if you open YouTube or talk to many astrologers, you'll find that this is being projected, or this is projected as a major problem. And astrologers often suggest a lot of pujas or remedies to overcome this Gand Mula Nakshatra. So I thought, let me make a video on this to understand what actually is Gand Mula Nakshatra. Why does a native face problem if he is born under Gand Mula Nakshatra, if at all he faces a problem? And therefore, from there, are there any remedies which work at all or not? Now, Gand Mula Nakshatra, the whole concept, comes from nakshatra. And therefore, it is important for you to understand the importance of nakshatra. In one of my earlier videos, I had specifically made on journey through nakshatra, because I keep saying that though we may say this planet is bad, that planet needs remedy, it is not actually the planets. Planets deliver results. More powerful than the planets are the signs, the 12 zodiac signs, and even more powerful are the nakshatras. So actually, it is the nakshatras and the placement of nakshatras in your horoscope and placement of various planets in your nakshatras that really determines the progress of life. Nakshatras actually deliver the experience of life and take you through the journey of life. If you have not seen my previous video on nakshatra, I am putting it in the link below in the description box. Please do go through that video. It may help you to understand this video on Gand Mula Nakshatra better. Okay, so what is Gand Mula Nakshatra? Gand Mula Nakshatras are the nakshatras of Mercury and Ketu. So why are these two specifically chosen as some problem? So as to say that a native born under the nakshatra of Mercury or Ketu faces problem in life. Now, if you go through my earlier video on nakshatras, you will understand that the entire zodiac system, the 12 signs, are basically divided into 3 different kinds of life. And as a person, birth after birth, progresses through these cycles, through these typical 3 cycles, he moves from a particular way of life to another way of life. And the nakshatra of Mercury is the end of each of these cycles, whereas the nakshatra of Ketu is the start of the next cycle or each cycle. And therefore, any person who is born in the nakshatra of Mercury has a struggle to give up what has been happening in the past cycle and move or enter into next cycle. And a person born on the nakshatra of Ketu has to start all over again. Now, psychologically or normally, if you understand, to end anything, to give up anything and move to something which is very different, at a very different level, takes a lot of struggle. Similarly, to start something new takes a lot of struggle. if it is a completely new world altogether. And therefore, the persons, the natives who are born under Gand Mula Nakshatra, that is Nakshatra of Mercury or Ketu, face a lot of problems in life, or seemingly face a lot of problems in life. So, a person who is born in the nakshatra of Mercury, in the Gand Mula Nakshatra as it is called, in the nakshatra of Mercury, will have a lot of past attachments, and therefore to him, he will find great difficulty in starting something new in life or moving ahead. And there would always be seeming forces around him or his mental state which stops him from going ahead. And therefore, he's stuck, kind of stuck in the past life. Whereas a person who's born in the nakshatra of Ketu finds it again very difficult, though he has moved on to the new realm, he's still trying to adjust to a completely new world, so as to say. And therefore, that adjustment causes problem in him. And therefore, he finds difficult to adjust to the environment. He finds it difficult to adapt to this world, to adapt to situations, and to move ahead in situation, because again, he also cannot give up a lot of things in his life that he has been stuck with. It may be he's mentally stuck up with something, or he cannot decide, and therefore sometimes there a tendency of being too much choosy. For example, I'm giving you just an example. If Venus is placed in the nakshatra of, say, Ketu, then a person has a lot of difficulty in choosing his clothes. He may go to a shop saying, I want to buy this cloth, but finally he is so picky, either he does not like the color or he does not like the fitting, or both combinations do not come through, and finally he may just come out of the shop, or most of the time he comes out of the shop either not buying or buying some clothes which is not happy. It's a similar kind of situation for a person born in Ketu Nakshatra, in Gand Mula Nakshatra. He is busy choosing and therefore cannot make up his mind, and therefore does not move. In case of a person born in the nakshatra of Mercury, it is the jerk into the new movement that he has to make which gives him problem. He cannot give up the past, and therefore finds it difficulty to move ahead. And in many cases, he broods over what could have happened, what did happen, and therefore is unable to move forward. Or is the nakshatra after Mercury is Ketu. Therefore, sometimes he is trying to find an environment which he thinks is suitable for him. And in that search, he ends up a large part of his life or gives up the opportunity. So this is the nature of a person born in Gand Mula Nakshatra, that is Nakshatra of Mercury and Ketu. And therefore, he and his family faces problems. Now, if you go to an astrologer, he will tell you various kind of pujas or Shanti pujas, and mostly these are pujas with respect to the nakshatra of Mercury or nakshatra of Ketu. Do they pacify? Yes, maybe to a certain extent, but it does not, and you do not move ahead in life till you are able to overcome what is holding you back. So the biggest remedy for people born in Mercury nakshatra of Gand nakshatra, Dosha, whatever you might call it, is to give up the past. To give up the past, and whatever comes in front of you, do not be too choosy about it. Choose something and move ahead. So giving up your past, not grabbing up your past, and looking at a holistic future is the best remedy for people born in Mercury Nakshatra on the Gand Mula dosha. And believe me, it takes time and it is very difficult. But once you're over with it, then it does, the dosh or whatever it might be called does not exist. You just move on. Similarly, people who are born on the Ketu Nakshatra, Gand Mula Nakshatra, please do not be too choosy about things around you, about environment, about people whom you come in contact with, about your materialistic life, about the opportunities that you get. Otherwise, you will not be able to move forward. And the day you stop choosing, there may be some minor problems you may face, or you may get into risky situations, but ultimately you will move ahead. And only these two are the holistic remedies for people born under Gand Mula Nakshatra. Simple Graha Shanti Puja remedies by astrologer will not work if you are born under Gand Mula Nakshatra and you're not able to overcome this basic nature of why you are in Gand Mula Nakshatra. I hope I have been able to clarify about Gand Mula Nakshatra and what the problems are and how to overcome them. If you like my video, do press the like button. Do subscribe to my channel to get the true knowledge of astrology. I'm also on Telegram channel where you can get my regular updates on various aspects of astrology. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.